props here on PrizePicks for Wednesday, January 11th. Before I get started, there's a link in the description below to sign up for PrizePicks, or you can use promo code TUFF to sign up. PrizePicks will match 100% of your first deposit. There's a Discord link in the description, as well as Patreon link where I do post all the plays I'm making on PrizePicks for each given sport that I do play. Again, I do also need to mention I'm not a gambling expert. This is not financial advice. These are simply just the plays I'm personally looking at making. Hopefully give you guys some insight and analysis to make your own player prop decisions. Take the information I give you, combine it with your own research, and then make your decisions based on that. But let's get into it, you guys. We have a nice slate today, 8-game slate here, 16 teams playing. Still waiting on some quite a bit of injury news, honestly. Not a full slate on the board right now. But I got two plays that I do like on this slate. Let's get after it. Also, do need to mention the Jared Allen illness, the DMP. I mean, not DMP, but plays 7 minutes, gets no rebounds, no points, and then gets ruled out for the rest of the game. Pretty crazy. NBA, what's going on with that? He did not have any sort of injury designation before the game. Was no known illness to us as the bettors or to anyone, and then 7 minutes in, gets ruled out with an illness. So definitely pretty tough. Definitely. NBA is crazy, softest league in the world, in my opinion, just crazy. So yeah, let's get into it though. Two props that I do like before these lines bump and these lines move. First play is going to be, I know you guys hate when I take this guy, and I mean, it's been up and down for us with Tyrese, right? You feel like every time you take him, he sells. Every time you don't, he plays well. But I like this one here, kind of narrative based, but I like Tyrese Haliburton over 33.5 PRA. But before I get into the 33.5 PRA, I really think that his 3.5 rebounds is a strong play. He's hit this 5 of his last 5, and just really, really quickly, the Knicks give up the most rebounds to point guards over the last 7 games. So just keep that in mind. 3.5 rebounds looking nice as well. But 33.5 PRA for Tyrese here. We have a decent 4.5 point favorites for the Knicks at home, 226 over under. Looking like RJ Barrett's going to be back. TJ McConnell hurt his shoulder in the last game. He's questionable for this game, and I definitely think that benefits Haliburton. TJ McConnell, one of the first or maybe second guys off the bench for the Pacers. The backup point guard, he backs up Tyrese like right behind him. So without TJ McConnell, there's no really other point guard on the team besides Nembhard. And Aaron Nesmith is out too, so that could definitely shorten up the rotations here for the Pacers. But narrative based here, obviously, if you guys are familiar or just a casual NBA fan, you understand or that Wally Szczerbiak, he's a play-by-play color commentary, former NBA player, color commentary for the Knicks. He does some Knicks radio. I don't know what he does for the Knicks specifically, but he called Tyrese Haliburton back here when they played the Knicks, or Indiana played the Knicks in Indiana right here on the 18th. He called him a wannabe all-star after his game where he had 26 PRA, 15, 1, and 10. And really, since that game, it's kind of sparked, I guess, a narrative about Tyrese Haliburton actually being an all-star. And I do think he'll be an all-star this season. He's like first in the NBA in assists. But 33.5 PRA here. Since that game, he's hit this had 33, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different times this season since that New York Knicks game. And obviously, narratives, I don't really like to get too deep into them, but I do think in some certain circumstances they do matter, and I definitely think this is one of them. I mean, if you take a look at point guards PRA versus the Knicks game log this season, Drew Holiday just had 29, where he was in foul trouble early in that game and shot 5 for 14 from the field. He had 29 PRA. Before that, Fred VanVleet had 43 PRA. Trey Jones had 24. We saw Trey Jones have 27 before that. Spencer Dinwiddie had 36, while Luka, of course, had 91. And even down here, Fred VanVleet had 33 again. So Tyrese Haliburton, 26 PRA in his last game. Massive revenge game for Tyrese Haliburton, right? And if we take a look at a few things, right? So the last 7 days, the Knicks giving up the most rebounds to the point guard position. If we even break this down to the last 15 point guard position, the Knicks, let me see this, on the season, the Knicks giving up the most rebounds to the point guard position on the season, and then more specifically over the last 7 days, giving up the most rebounds to the point guard position. We take a look at Tyrese Haliburton. Over the last 7 games, 20 potential assists, averaging 10 assists per game. 20 potential assists, most in the NBA by 4 potential assists. Anytime Tyrese is on the floor, and if you're following the game just on your phone, you see the Pacers score, and more likely than not, it's got Tyrese Haliburton's name just in the play-by-play, either with an assist, rebound, a point, something like that. He impacts the game in a variety of ways. But I really like this play here at 33.5 because I think his points plus assists was at 29.5. This got bumped up to 30. But at 33.5, like I said, the rebounding prop looking strong at 3.5. He's hit this in his last 5 games here. Knicks giving up the most rebounds to the point guard position. If you take a look at recent point guards against the Knicks as far as rebounds go, I mean, Chris Paul got 4, Trey Jones got 4, Holiday got 5, Dinwiddie got 6. Van Fleet's like 6 foot tall. He got 8 rebounds. Trey Jones got 8 rebounds. So I definitely think Tyrese being showing recently that he can rebound the basketball as a point guard. I think he gets around 4 or 5 rebounds, 9.5 assists. Obviously, I would think he can cover this at 10. He's cleared this 4 of his last 5. I just love this all in combination. He's got significant size over Brunson. I think the Pacers as a whole want to play well for Tyrese tonight on the road in front of Wally Zerback. Like, Wally Zerback is going to literally be at this game. So if you take a look at that, 20 potential assists for Tyrese over his last 7, 8.6 rebounding chances for Tyrese over his last, I believe, 5 as well. So a great opportunity here for Tyrese. I think if he sells this, we might have to ban him for a little while because, I mean, just with the narrative and, he already talked about how he's, they're looking forward to this game. He wants to really show out for this game. So I like Tyrese Haliburton over 33.5 PRA for the first play. The second one is going to be Brook Lopez, and I'm targeting his over 7.5 rebounds plus assists. Now, Brook Lopez here, if we take a look at his rebounds plus assists game log, he's hit the over on this 4 of his last 5, 10, 15, 21, 5, and 9. That game against Charlotte was just crazy, like honestly crazy. But coming off a game where he had 7 or 9 rebounds plus assists against a tough New York Knicks team who don't give up a ton of rebounds to center, he managed to get 9 R plus A in that game. But I just love the matchup, like absolutely the best matchup in my opinion for Brook Lopez with no Clint Capella. Clint Capella is out for this game, so Trae Young is also going to be ruled out for this game at the time of this recording. He's been ruled out. If we refresh this, I believe he's probably been ruled out already. Yeah, Trae Young's ruled out. So Milwaukee's still only 2.5 point favorites on the road in Atlanta. But since Onyeka Okongwu has been the starting center, again, no Clint Capella, no Trae Young, which I do think will benefit Brook Lopez. Just off those pick and rolls, no Trae Young, there's no reason for him to. There's not that deep threat shot for Trae Young for him to step up. I think he'll be hovering a little bit more in the paint tonight, in my opinion. But just take a look at this. Centers, rebounds plus assist game log against the Hawks. Now, this is just recent games. Moses Brown had 10 rebounds in 10 minutes. Zubats had 21 R plus A in 38 minutes. Thomas Bryant had 13. Sabonis had 22. Thomas Bryant had 18. Nick Claxton had 10. Even down here, Duren had 8. Drummond had 11. Vucevic had 9. Moritz Wagner had 12. Plumlee had 9. Richards had 12. Bobo had 9. Jackson Jr., Drummond, Vucevic all had 9. All we need is 8 R plus A from Brook Lopez. And if we take a look at his last 5 games, he's averaging 17 rebounding chances over his last 5 games, 7 contested rebounds total, and then converting on 10.4 total rebounds on average over that same span of 5 games. So 17 rebounding chances. Brook Lopez here, even averaging 3 potential assists. That's why I'm taking 7.5 R plus A. Because I think he can get this with just rebounds, but if this was his rebounding prop, I would consider it at 7.5, just given the matchup and how he's been rebounding the ball and his chances lately. But plus assists, Brook Lopez could get us 1 to 2, maybe even 3 assists. If we take a look at his, assists, he's got multiple games this season with at least 1, and multiple games this season with 2, and 4 games this season, even with 3 assists. So if he can get us 2 assists, I think it's a great value here at 7.5. We take a look at this. The Hawks, over the last 7 days, giving up the most rebounds to centers. The most rebounds to centers. 21.53 rebounds to centers over the last 7 days, which is just absolutely a smash spot. And the value for this is extremely high. The consensus line is over 7.5 minus 142. Caesars has this over 7.5 minus 142. Party Casino minus 135. So just absolutely insane value on the over here at 7.5. I do think this line does get bumped up. So again, I'm not going to play this bump at 8 in my opinion, but at 7.5, I think it's a great value. These are the 2 plays here, 2-man power, Tyrese Haliburton over 33.5 PRA, and then Brook Lopez over 7.5 R plus A. Again, let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about these 2. Tough day yesterday with that Jared Allen illness. Again, let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about these. Drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and as always, let's cash.